Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our California Angels Making Waves. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Today is May 22nd, 2022, and we're starting 15 minutes late, but we do really appreciate you being here with us. Let's get the show started. Dear Ampassionians around the world, and to all our friends who are currently watching from Facebook and from YouTube, we are very happy that you are here with us. You have made a personal choice to attend our California Making Waves event today. We welcome you to our beautiful program today. My name is Julie. I am coming to you from Orange County, California, and I am here with my angels, Sherry Dursaway. Hello, everybody. Terry Thompson. Hi, everybody. And her husband, Michael Thompson. Hi, everybody. And Terry's mom, which is Loretta Presley. I don't know if it's here. And then her brother, Randy and Ron. Hello, everybody. And then also her dear friend, Catherine. Catherine is what you. Hi, everyone. Also in the room, we have Joe Correa, also from Orange County. We also have Joshua. Joshua, if you would please joining us. And we are here in Orange County, California, in the south side of it. But we're going a little bit further north, and we wanted to introduce to you Leon and his team over there. If you are in the room right now, all you need to do is please wave your hand so everybody know where you are. We won't need you to open the mic yet because we're going to introduce everyone. So good to have you here. And then we go a little bit further north. We're going to see Vivian and her team over there. And I know she has a few people with her. I know she's in the restaurants right now. And we see Mike was there. So Viviana, if you could please wave your hand just so that everybody sees that you're here. You don't have to turn on your mic. Vivian, I don't think she can hear me. But that's okay. We all know Vivian Rodriguez and Mike Ford are our two friends and founders over there. We wanted to thank you so much for being here with us. We are here gathering together in person where we excited founders and special guest speakers will not share their dreams of making the world a better place. We are all here sharing, not only that we're sharing their dreams, but we are also going to speak how possible it is for we to implement the plans that we have into action, where we share different thoughts and different ideas. So when we do that, it opened up our minds a little bit more to create more things we wanted to do in life. We hope that this event will help you to allow you to expand your dream much further than just dreaming, right? Every dream is possible. And it is all possible because of OnPassive. So for all of our friends here who might not know OnPassive is an information technology company. It was created and invented in 2018 by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. He is a man with a huge heart, huge visions to repaint our beautiful planet and to make this the most impact in humanity by providing the most values digital products and physical products that every single one of us in the world need. What we're discussing today is really focusing on the heart of OnPassive. At this point, if you could give me 1 minute, let me go ahead and share this beautiful video with you.
Hey, Julie, when you're breaking kind of in and out, Julie, if you can hear me.
I can hear you. It's probably because of our Wi-Fi here. So is that something that
Hey, Julie, I got a question. Can you switch your mic from Orange County, where you're leaning forward, to the one you're actually in front of?
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Is that better?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's start it over. All right, how much of it that I said that you can hear?
Just kind of were breaking in and out, Julie, through the whole thing. I could hear you, but other people were saying they were having a hard time hearing you.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and let's get it started again. Sorry, everyone, because what I share today, it's really truly what we wanted to communicate. So let's do this. Is everyone in the room can hear from this computer? Okay, perfect. All right. Let's do that again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our event, California Making Waves today. Today is May 22nd, 2022. Dear OnPassivians around the world, and to all our special friends and guests who are currently joining us on Facebook and on YouTube. We are very, very happy that you are here with us. You have made a personal choice to attend our event. We wanted to welcome you to this beautiful program. My name is Julie Nguyen. I am coming to you from Orange County, along with my dearest angels, Sherry Durstaway. Hello, everybody. Good to see you again. Terry Thompson and her husband, Michael Thompson.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Her mom, Loretta Presley. Loretta, if you would please wave your hand. I don't know, we can see her. She's over there. Let's see, let's turn this around a little bit. And then Terry's brother, Ron and Randy Presley, if you could please wave your hand. And then we also have Joe Carrera. He also is a friend of Sherry. He's here with us as well. And then we have Joshua. He's also here with us.
Also, there we have my good friend,
Oh,
Kathy.
yeah, how could I?
Hi, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much. Catherine, you are singing with my daughter. I cannot forget that. Thank you so much for all of us here. And then we are here in this cozy room. We're going to move to a little bit north to Ventura County. We have Leon Holiday and all his friends in the room together. Leon, if you could please wave your hand, let us know that you're here.
We all here?
Perfect, perfect. Thank you. And then we can move a little bit further north where we see Viviana and Mike Hoare on the screen and their friends on there as well. We wanted to thank you so much. We truly appreciate your presence here with us. We are gathering here in person where we are exciting founders and special guests. We will not only share our dreams of making the world a better place, but we will also share how possibly we could implement some of our dreams, our actions into plan, our plans into action. I've always said it backwards, but we are so glad that we are here. When we are in different areas, sharing same thoughts, same idea, it usually opens up for us to be more creative in our mind. We hope that this event will allow you to expand your dreams to further where not only that we wanted to have a comfortable life, but we will also extend it out to other people because OnPassive dream is possible. After all, every dream is possible with OnPassive. And if you are here today, you might not understand what is OnPassive, who is OnPassive. If you're joining us on Facebook and on YouTube, you might not know, just wanted to make a brief introduction. OnPassive is a information technology company. It was created in 2018 by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh. He is a man with a huge heart, and he has huge visions to repaint this beautiful planet and to make the most impact in human life by providing the most valuables in digital and physical products that everyone in the world need. What we are discussing today is truly the heart of OnPassive called OBless. So without further ado, I would like to share a little bit of the video. It's a little bit over 4 minutes long. Some of us who are founders have seen this video, but I still like to share it out for everyone who have not seen this video. I see we have some mic still on. So I think Armand has a mic on. If Armand, could you please?
Oh,
No? Thank you so much. It's okay, Armand. Don't worry.
I had audio problems. I forgot to turn it off. Chris helped me. Thanks a million, Chris.
That's okay. Thank
Good
you.
to see y'all.
Good
I'll
to-
cut it off.
Wow. When we all first seen this video started from our company, everyone's hearts touched. Especially for everyone who have been in OnPassive for a long time. We do know that OnPassive not only a company that provide the best digital and physical products, but the heart of OnPassive is to uplift humanity. And when I saw this video, it's still making me think about how am I going to be able to start to help other people? When I listen to this message, even it doesn't matter where I am in life, the situation I'm in, what I'm in from the past, watching this video and understand about our company, the heart of OnPassive, it helped me dreams. And my dreams has always been to be an angel, to travel around the world and makes the difference in anyone that come across my life. And I still will do that. I will show up when there is not, when there's no expectation of me showing up. I will do that, and I will be that angels. And that's a reason why many of us here in California, we wanted to do that as well. And when Mr. Ashmore-Ford, our CEO, started speaking about making plan, I started looking into how I would want it to be. So I would like to share with you a little bit of my idea of how am I going to do. And please remember, I am not a person who has the skill, the ability to build, to organize. If you know me, every time when I wanted to do something, I think about doing it, I just go do it and then learn about it later. So when Mr. Ashmore-Ford talked about how are we going to help, who has an idea to help eradicate poverty around the world, I put these ideas together. And what I said here is that I cannot, start and eradicate poverty right away, but how am I going to take the action plan to do it? And what I did was just wrote down a few ideas. First of all, my idea is looking forward to organize a feed the helplessness, the homeless, or the hunger, or anyone who wants to come in. And I would do it in my local area. And the reason why I'm sharing this out is because at that same time, if we are all 1.3 millions of us in over 200 countries, if we all planning to do that at the same month in everywhere around the world, I believe we will make the most impact. Just 1 month feeding the helplessness or the hungers. The purpose of it is that this is one of my old version. And remember, I am still working on my plan, right? I'm still working on the purpose of getting everyone together. Is basically, we wanted to find out who's willing to get help, who's willing to participate in what we are offering, right? So we simply just feed them, right? And then have conversations with them and ask them, if that's something, find down the conversations. And there is a document that I believe Leon's team has put together. We can actually put that in that particular day or that month. What we're going to do, our goal is to find out who wants to get help. Now, who willing for us to help them, or who willing to better their life. So that's a goal. The actions that we are going to need it before this month even happen is we need to locate areas that are willing to do that, where areas that willing to do, to give us the place for us to organize that. And I know Leon's team has been scouting around in his area to find, old school, old playground or park or abandoned area. He's going to share that with us a little bit. Not only that, what we're going to need, we need team of people, professional people. I said it here. organizing team, kitchen team, professional team. We're talking about social worker. We're talking about psychologists. We're talking about EMT, security. We're going to need all of that prepared, right? And then on the day of feeding, on that month, starting on those months, we're going to start, just open the door, feed everyone. Now, we're talking about this plan. When I'm thinking, putting it together, money isn't the subject anymore, right? So that is kind of like a little starting program that I'm putting together. I am still working on this plan, and I have shared this to several people. So if you like to still working on this and give some more idea to it, I'm more than welcome to accept the help and accept that. And I believe if we all can organize a 1 month of feeding the hungers, focusing on our purpose, our goal together to just identify who wants help. I think if we can do that, we can start. This is step number 1 for all of us to eradicate the poverty. So this is just my idea, and I would love it if later on, when we off this event today, we can love to hear some from you as well. So without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, looking at my my program right now, and I'd like to bring it to Leon's team. Leon's team are together, and Leon, I'm going to do my best to look at to get the video for you. So be patient, but if you could please take the mic.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me pretty good there?
We can hear you and we can see you. And if you could please introduce who's in the room with you.
Okay. Yes, in the room with me, I have, starting straight in front of me, Evelyn Garcia, Amy Cadane, Audrey Torres, Michelle Reyes, Kathy Wilcutt, and Nelia Stearns. She's over here in the corner, which we kept trying to get her on, and Joshua, who's back there in the back there. So anyway, I want to tell everybody first, and I also have Netherland, who's also on the screen right there. She's part of our group in Alabama, also area. And we have a lot of people in Alabama and Texas and various other places that's part of our group. So anyway, I just want to start by telling the folks on the Zoom call a little bit about my background. First, I spent 27 years in the water and wastewater technology, water purveyor, cleaning drinking water and wastewater. So I know a lot of people around the world still need clean water. And that's one of the reasons why I got involved at the beginning, start talking about what I can contribute from my years and years of experience. And then now we have our Southern California sustainable living, hopefully something like that. But the sustainable living, we realize as a group that takes time, and it's going to take a while for the sustainable living. And so what we believe is that utilizing architecture that's already, infrastructure that's already in place, that's like abandoned buildings, for instance, like schools. And I think she'll show some of those areas that we scouted out that's in our area. Like, for instance, there's a Kmart been abandoned for 5 years now, or 4 years now. And the Kmart, you can go in and put 200 or 300 beds in a Kmart. But however, working with different group civic leaders and people who are already doing this already in the community, partnering with these people and the other agencies, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel, because there's a lot of things we would have to go through. You would have to go through the planning and zoning, and then the fire department, and then working with various other agencies that's already up and running. And that was a lady in, like I say, in our area. Her name is Kay Bolton Wilson. She already feeding she's been doing this for years. She's very dedicated, very spiritual lady. She's out doing an outstanding job feeding people. These are the people we want to partner with and get together with. She's also a real estate agent. She can tell us about abandoned, property that could probably be reused. I think she used to be a city council member or even a mayor at that one time. And she can also tell us what could be in our area that could be available, reused, or how to get through all the red tape through the city. But coming back to our group, we believe that there's a lot of things that we can do. And what I want to do right now is introduce some members of our team that and tell you a little bit about what they're doing right now. And the first person I'm going to bring on is Michelle Reyes.
Hi, everyone. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. Hello, hello. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I do and what I'm going to bring to the team, once we're together. And so my aspect is a spiritual aspect. I've been doing it for about 20 years. And so what I've did in the past is I've gone to homeless shelters or even areas where people just set up tents and they're homeless, and we go out there and feed them and we pray for them and we try to find resources for them, because we really don't want them homeless and living in tents, just like that. And so we've provided resources. So I've teamed up with some people who actually go out and do food share and whatnot. And then another aspect is working with women and children at the Lighthouse for Women and Children. And these women have been incarcerated, but they can't go straight back into society. So what they do is they have a housing area, and it's just for women and children only, and it's secure. They have security and they have counseling there. And so my job was to mentor them spiritually, guide them spiritually, and then give them wisdom on what to do, because a lot of these ladies, when they came out from jail, all their kids were taken away. They didn't have anything. They didn't have a job. They didn't have a vehicle. And so we help them get back on their feet. So it's not just a handout, meals or, whatnot. It goes beyond that. And so I call it a hand up, and which means that we're building up people and we're building up their confidence. So that way, when they do go back into society, they'll be much stronger, and they'll be a positive role model, and they'll be used to, saying, okay, I did this program, I've gone through it, they've built me up. Now I'm going to go back into society and be a productive citizen. So that's what the end goal is to, once we put them back out into society, that they're going to be productive, and they're going to have skill sets, and they're going to have the passion to want to help other people, because we've all been there. We've all, had different things and whatnot. And so what we want to do is we want to have them duplicate what we've poured into them. Okay, we've helped you, now you turn around and you help someone else, and then you pay it forward and whatnot. And so that's the ultimate goal, is to make sure that they are fully trained and equipped and have skills and learning skills and whatnot and living skills to be able to be on their own 2 feet. And also their children too, make sure that their children are, in school and learning. And I notice a lot helps when they're doing parenting classes. I notice a big difference with that. And so, I just feel that we have a wonderful team here, and we're going to be able to do that, as a team. And so with your support, we're just hoping that we could pay it forward. So thank you so much for today, and thank you for your time.
Okay. And I want to mention one other thing before I go to the next person, introduce them. We also doing an application, and I think you touched upon it a little bit, Julie, an application where we can assess people. And I got this idea from when we all talked with Ash, and everybody was coming up with the same consensus. Well, we have to assess what they want. We have to ask them what they want. This application not only asks them what they want, it also tells us what we need to do to separate people and to get the people who need, like some people's basic need is just drinking water. We need to get them food and drinking water right away. And some people basic need is just shelter. So right away, those are some of the things that we are looking forward to doing. And next person I want to, that goes along with kind of what Michelle is doing with Netherlands. So I want to make sure we're doing it kind of backwards, but Netherlands, I want you to kind of tell them a little bit about your background.
Hi, everyone. My name is Netherland Holiday, and I have been working in the church here in Alabama with my church. I've worked with them for 10 plus years in the food ministry, giving out food to people, giving people hygiene and those type of items that they need. But what we've come to realize here in the Alabama area is people don't need so much food as they need a paradigm shift in their thinking about how they approach life as far as poverty, to shift their mindset. And I know Ash talked about this quite a bit, shifting your mindset, shifting the how you think. And so here in this area, we have a lot of people, quite a few that are on drugs. And we have rehab centers here. And so what we're doing here in what I'm helping with my community is when people come out or get put into jail and they're ready to change that addictive behavior, we're putting them into rehab houses. And while they're in the rehab houses, we are literally with them, because they have to agree, changing how they think. And in doing so, once they are back into the out in society working, then they're able to reach back and say, hey, this is what happened to me, and I want to help you. And so my part in it, other than just working with the church, is this. So I have just started a company. When I talked to Leon probably a year back, and he was talking about On Passive, I was telling him, about my company. So I have this platform set up now so that as the people go through the rehab, that they're able to graduate into a kind of like a trade school if they want to go through the program that I'm doing now. And that program has to do with trucking. If you want to learn how to be a trucker, or if you want to learn how to be a dispatcher or a broker or something like that, we have training for that. And so I'm excited because On Passive has all of this great AI technology that I can pair with this to give people a better step in life. Someone that it really they're ready for their mind to change, for their minds to be shifted into something else, because you can't make people do anything, but the ones that are willing and they're ready to make that leap, to make that jump, we are going to be here to help them do that. And I really thank On Passive for being able to pair with them and partner with them to be able to do this. So thank you all.
Thank you, Nevlin. And also the next person we're going to have is Audrey Torres, and she's going to kind of give you guys we're going to kind of do a musical chairs here for a minute.
That's okay. We need to keep moving around.
Yeah.
So hello, everyone. My name is Audrey Torres, and in our group, I bring my clerical and organizational skills. I'm a retired state employee who put in 37 years and helping get the job done and being the doer with the group that we have here. So we all get together, we keep it going and moving, and we set a date and get the work done. And just recently, we had an opportunity. We were just talking about someone who was actually doing one who's assisting with the homeless, Kay, and we're hoping that she'll eventually join us. She's someone that we're going to look to contact. She took our call at the last minute. She's very interested. And again, Leon had mentioned someone that we can go to that maybe has already been through the hard stuff and help us streamline and maybe find us some real estate properties that we can turn over and make it actually happen. Having a sustainable village in the long term is great, but right now there's probably some things that we can do to fast track this and get the job done and get out there and start helping the homeless now. We'll be putting together an application and a proposal for OnPassive, and we're ready to hit the ground running.
And the next person we want to talk to is Nelia Stern, and Nelia's she's a jack of all trades. She's my CPA. She's been my CPA, I know, for 29 years, if not longer. And she has these wonderful skills. These are people that do things without, even before OnPassive, they were already doing these things, feeding and helping people and clothing and housing people. So Nelia, I wanted you to tell people what you do.
My name is Nelia Stearns. I don't advertise really. I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing, because there's a saying that if you advertise, if you tell them what you're doing, then that's not helping anymore. That means you're advertising yourself. But I'm doing this for the longest time. I am a retired tax auditor, and now I have my small office, and little money that I got, I always buy food for, for the people, and make some boxes and send it to the Philippines. And now what I am planning, we are planning here as a group, and I am, I will support, my support is about 100% for them. And also, I am planning to go back to the Philippines sometime next month to coordinate with the outgoing Vice President of the Philippines, because they have a program that called Angat Buhay, which is uplift the life of all the poor people in the Philippines. Over there, when you are at the other party, and like here, if you're a Democrat, if you are elected as president, then the vice president is automatically becomes the vice president of that party. Over there, it's different. If you're on the different party, then you don't get nothing. So this vice president didn't get anything, or if she gets something, a little bit. And very thankful that a lot of private individuals give the office of the president money to finance this Angat Buhay, which is lift the life of the people. So what I was planning to do is I am going there to coordinate with them, because she is, she's the outgoing vice president. I don't know what happened with the election, but it's a long story. So doing that, I think, that's my mission in life. And also, before my father passed, he wants to build the school. We have the land over there because the school there, it's a third world country, and the kids go to school, and then they, no transportation, they walk from first grade. It's about 2 miles or 3 miles walk from their house to the school. And it's, it's devastating. It's depressing to see them do that. And here I am, I'm not rich, but I have a good life here. So whatever I have and I can afford, then I will share my blessing. And that's all I could say. Thank you very much.
And the next person I want to, that does a lot of things is Kathy. She does security, and she also does feed the homeless. So I want to
feed the cats. Yes, I feed the cats too.
Okay, Kathy.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, all over the world. My name is Kathy Wolcotts, previously residing from the Philippines, and then came to America. With this, I am semi-retired right now. I am security guard. With my work, I saw a lot of people in the street, sometimes just laying down in the grass, covering with their as a blanket, as plastic bag. Like Nelia though, before I go further for the homelessness over here, I sent balikbayan boxes. We call it door to door, 2-3 times every month, or sometimes that's the first time until the economy becomes sour. Now I only send 2 to 3 times a year because of the price of the boxes now. It's getting higher. I send it to my family. To my family will share it to the neighbors and friends, and it get wider and bigger. So we send it. I send it, and they help churches, communities, especially in time of calamities like earthquake, typhoon, fires. Sometimes whenever I have extra, I call it extra. I send money which is worth $300 to $500 to help the people that cannot pay their hospital bills or to buy milk for their kids. So that's my goal. That's what I've been doing for a longest time before the Oblast started. I'm already having my Oblast. So that's the one that I've been doing to the Philippines. Until now, I've been doing it. Right now, I come back to America, which is my duty. My work right now is a security guard. As a security guard, mostly I work in the night. I work inside the building and I work patrolling outside the building in the night. And there I see some homeless people digging the trash can. And then I will see they're shaking the bread, removing whatever dirt, whatever they can, and then they will eat it. At that time, I have an idea of how to help them. Helping them is like buying cookies or dry food, nuts, water, bottled water, soda, blankets, jackets, shoes, gloves, put it in the trunk of my car. That whenever I see them, I will talk to them at a distance and say, don't do that. I have something for you. I lay it on the floor, on the ground, and I will give it to them. And I will say, I will leave there, and they will come and pick it up, and they will say, thank you. And I said, God, you have to thank God because we have a heart. I have a heart that you are my brothers and sisters, and you need help. And then there was an incident one time that while I was patrolling, I saw an old lady walking on the street, crying louder. And I stopped my car and I said, what happened? And she told me that her daughter kicked her out from her house and she is hungry, cold. So I give her whatever she needs. And I have $10 worth of $1 bill. I give it to her. And what she told me that made me cry? She said, I have a lot of money. And she waved the money and she said, this is a lot of money. And so I left her like that. I give her food, blankets because it's cold. After 2 to 3 days, I went back to see where she at. I cannot see her. I cannot find her. And I asked her friends, and they said she passed. At that moment, I froze. I sit still and make a prayer that at least I make one person happy before she went to wherever she's going right now, to heaven. And then I thank God for Mr. Sir Mubarak for incredible, unique ideas about this business with heartfelt love and dedication for humanity. He built this one for each and every one of us without thinking about himself only, not some other people. And also I thank her son, Omar Mubarak, for a junior, because she's thinking about the kids who are the backbones of the nation. But most especially, I am appreciative of his wife, who is behind him, supporting him all the way, understanding the situation or whatever that Mr. Esther Mubarak is doing. She's always behind him to make his goal being placed in places, loving the humanity, reshaping the world. That's what, and I have a quote that I hope it is the right one, that Mr. Mubarak, when I joined this OPASIB, I heard it, and she said, it is, I'm gonna look at that one, I wanna share it. It said, it is ultimate giving is 10 times more fulfilling than receiving. God bless you, and I will thank Mr. Leon Holiday too for introducing me this business. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And back to you, Kathy. I mean, back to you, Julie. I'm sorry. So take it away.
Thank you, Leon, and the team over there. Wow, so many talented and full of hearts that coming on and sharing. We do hope that when you are listening to this program, if you see something that might pull your heart and you want to connect to the people that's speaking or anyone in that area and sharing that idea and collaborate, we would love for you to reach out to any one of us, and we will make sure we'll connect that with you. So the next person I'd like to introduce you is Joe Carrera. He is someone we met here in Orange County, and I have met him probably about 6 months ago, Joe, introduced to us by Sherry Dursaway. He has involved in a lot of ministry. So I'm just going to send the mic to you, Joe, if you could please introduce yourself and then speak a little bit about what have you doing and your action plan.
Sure. Yeah. So
if you could come closer to this, and then
okay.
Chris,
can you hear me?
Can you give a thumb up for us, Chris, to see if you can hear Joe? Just a thumb.
I can hear him, Julie, but move him closer to you. I can't see him.
If you need to move closer to this.
Perfect.
Yeah. There.
Good?
Yeah, it's good.
Awesome. So my name is Joe Carrera. I was born here in Los Angeles. I literally grew up on the streets of Los Angeles. Like, I was not homeless, but I hung around a lot of people who were involved with gangs, drugs, and saw a lot of homelessness. And it always kind of broke my heart. It wasn't until I got married, I'm no longer married, but my first wife, we were together 17 years, and she had 3 kids. So I helped raise those kids, and her oldest daughter ended up finding a church in a city out here called Anaheim. And they were an outreach church, and we thought it was great because we all liked certain types of music. We didn't always like the traditional worship music. And they did a lot of rap and rock and roll music, which I was into. So that kind of drew a lot of people in, because they would play the music that you would kind of know the song, but they would change the lyrics. And so therefore it would, glorify God. We called it Getting the Song Saved. So, which I thought was pretty cool. But they were a outreach ministry, or not where they are. We would literally go into all of the parks and the hoods, and we would talk to those people, and we'd see kind of where they're at, where their heart is at, and maybe how we could change and help them. So we had a house that we would, if these people wanted to change, because not everybody on the street wants to change, if they wanted to change their life, we would literally take them home with us, put 4 to a room, and we would feed them, clothe them, get their resumes up and help them get out back into society, get a job, all those things. It was really rewarding. But my oldest stepdaughter ended up marrying the pastor's son, and they wanted to start their own ministry similar to that in Richmond, Virginia. So we moved to Richmond, Virginia from here. I spent 15 years out there with them starting this church. And we took it from 10 people to over 7,000 members within a short period of time. And it was because we found that everybody else had a heart like ours where they just wanted to help. So we did that, and we had a lot of multimillionaires that would come to our church because they heard about it and they wanted to give back. Well, some of these guys would buy us houses just to house the homeless in, just to keep repeating the process and doing what we were doing. And it was truly amazing to see these people years later, because you'd meet these people on the street and you'd see them go through our program and go out and get back out into society. And a lot of these people were off drugs. They were reuniting with their families and their kids, who really, some of them, they didn't even talk to them because they were so on drugs that it would just break their family apart. And, you know, you'd see them 3-4 years later and they're bringing their whole family back, you know, and that was one of the most rewarding things that we did, to see that. Another thing we did there I thought was really exciting was we had 8 buses, school buses, and we would go out into the lower income areas, or really any area, but it was mostly those areas where the parents maybe didn't even have a car to take their kids to church. And we would pick them all up every Sunday and every Wednesday, bring them in, give them things to do, you know, give a young mind something to do, because young people have energy. And if you do not give them the positive, you know, and the positive thinking and learning that God has in the Bible, they're gonna talk to the drug dealer on the streets and saying, smoke this, take this, you know, join our gang because we'll be your family. So we were trying to get there before they did, and we just turned cities around by doing that. And that was really rewarding. But I always thought we could always take it to the next level. We did a lot, we helped a lot of people, but when you're talking about when money's not a thing, I always had this dream that we could either buy a hospital or maybe even a hotel where you could house, you know, hundreds or thousands of people, and you put them through a program. It could be a week program for people who just kind of fell on hard times and they're just out on the street and they just need a little guidance and a pick me up. That could be a week program where you, let's see, I wrote down some notes. Basically, you will have doctors that will have to volunteer. You'll need nutritionalists, teach them how to eat. These are all my passions. I used to be a personal trainer and I know a lot about nutrition on a cellular level. So you can fight off all sorts of diseases, including COVID and cancer. We would have personal trainers to help them learn how to work out, because the body in motion stays in motion. So I used to do that myself. I was a personal trainer. And maybe even life coaches, to kind of, like the other gentleman was saying, you got to change their mindset. So you'll put them through where they'll go through one program a day. One will be nutrition, one will be health, how to think about that, or physical working out. One will think, you know, get them to train them on businesses, or how to start a business, or just even fill out a resume and get a job. And then some people, they're, you know, they have a lot of physical ailments and mental disabilities, but they want help. So those people, you know, would probably have to spend more like a month through the program. But that's basically the short version of what, you know, I've been wanting to do. So, and I could see it being done, you know, especially when you have money. And that's because that's where a lot of times we got held up was, you know, you got to have people to help invest and people who want to volunteer their times to do these things. And it looks like we have a lot of people here, right? So I'm really excited to get started with everybody. And I have some other people I could reach out to that can help us. But it looks like we have a lot of people here too that we can get together and make things happen.
Absolutely, Joe. Thank you so much for sharing with us here today. I believe that all of us can make a difference, whether or not you are a founder of OnPassive, no founders, friends, everyone who has a heart, who wants to help somebody. I believe it will change. We will repaint and we will reshape this beautiful planet. And it all starts with all of us. Whoever that listening to this message, it will all start with them. And that's one of the reasons why here in California, we always wanted to get together and we talk, especially my two beautiful angels, Sherry Dursaway and Terry Thompson. We speak about it every night and we stated our dreams. So we do hope that everyone that are either in OnPassive or if you are listening to this program, it's really truthful if we could just get together and share this and collaborate. And I do know that in the room here in this Zoom, we do have other missions, organizations that listening in today. Now we are going to have a special guest that I invited here. He's going to be speaking about his organizations, which is a global organization. So thank you so much, Joe. We're going to go to a little bit further north where Viviana is, and I believe Mike Hoare is also there. Mike, are you in the house? If you are, please unmute your mic and share your story. We are really have about 45 minutes to our time, so let's have you share your mic. Hold on, Mike. Let me see if there's a mic out there that is still unmuted. 1 second, Mike. Just want to make sure that. Okay, someone's mic is on. Chris, if you could find it. Thank you so much. All right, Mike, you go ahead, Mike, please.
Well, hi, Julie, and thanks for having me on. Hi, Chris Johnson, Marty DeGarmo, Patty Ann Doyle. I don't have to say hi to Viviana Rodriguez. She's right here beside me. Hi, David Switzer. So many people, and Cynthia Brown, and everybody else. Hi to everybody. So excited to be here today and share a little bit. God gives us challenges to make us stronger, right? So today we had the perfect plan. We were going to go to a restaurant. We were going to hook up to the Wi-Fi, and we got a nice quiet place all by ourselves in this back room. Our batteries were dying. They had no Wi-Fi, no plugs. So we got a place to be able to plug everything in and to be able to be a part of today's message. So just grateful to be here. And I shared a little bit of my story with Julie, I think about a week ago. And I'll just say I've been with OnPassive for, I think, a little more than 2.5 years. Couldn't be in a better place. I know that we're all blessed, even just to come to where we've been to this day now, to have all of the friendships and relationships and the positive uplift that OnPassive has created in everybody's lives and all around us. It's like we attract really wonderful, beautiful people here. That's the biggest thing I've seen in 2.5 years of working with OnPassive. So I didn't realize that, I've always seen homelessness, especially where I live, and really seen it on the rise like crazy. I worked in San Francisco back in the 90s, seen a bit of it, then starting to grow. And now if you go to San Francisco, which was the most visited city in the world, now it's Dubai, right? Not so many people are going to San Francisco. I just seen on the internet the other day that Aliotos, which we used to go to as a kid, they're closing. One of the iconic restaurants in San Francisco on the corner of the Main Street in Embarcadero. I went there for years, took my kids there, closed. And it's because they said they cannot stay open because of the city is not doing anything for the environment around them to take care of the homeless. So again, I really didn't know what I could do about that. I was at a convention in San Francisco walking down the sidewalk and I'm seeing all these people just like stacked up, piled up all over the place. And they were doing drugs on the sidewalk. And I'm like, wow, what can you do? Hold back the tears. So just eventually things took a little turn. I've been a contractor all my life. I've always done well. I've lived well. I've always had money, but there was a period of time when there was no money. And I had to move into my truck for about 4 months. And it was hot. It was this time of year in California. It gets over 100. I remember we experienced like a stretch of 109, 110, 112. And so one day when I realized I didn't have enough money to pay the rent, and I had to just move out. That was the most stressful moment of my life. But I'm like, okay, is this what I'm supposed to do? And I accepted. And so I thought, I don't know how to be homeless. So I drove out of town to a restaurant. And I thought, okay, I've traveled across country. I've stayed at rest stops. I know that I can go there and sleep. That became home for a while. And then I would just like go out to different parks and things. Didn't have a lot of money, but I needed to charge my phone. I needed to charge my laptop. So I'd go and sit in Starbucks. And I'd charge my phone to get a cup of coffee. They'd give you free ice water. I'd spend the whole day there getting ice water. I noticed, wow, there's a whole bunch of other people here doing the same thing I'm doing. Well, at the rest stops, there's a whole bunch of other people there doing the same thing that I was doing. And I didn't feel bad for me. I just knew that this was something I had to get through because I'm resourceful. I knew that it was just this short period, this thing that I had to get through in my life before I got back to work. But I spent all that time out there observing. And what I learned was there's a certain portion of the people that wanted to be there. That's where they live. And that's where they're going to live. But there was a lot of people out there who were like me. They were displaced for one reason or another. So I thought those are the people that I would like to create some kind of help for, some kind of program, something to help these people that are there by no choice of their own, to help them get into a place, to help them become a part of On Passive. So that has been my inspiration to go out and help people, to share On Passive, to so I know that I'm going to do very well with On Passive. I'm going to have plenty to take care of myself. And then like Ash says, we fill our bucket up, we take care of our bank account, and then we can take care of others. So thank you for letting me share.
Hey, Cord. This is Chris Johnson.
Thank you so much,
You're a
Mike.
true man.
We really
It
appreciate
takes a lot to come out and talk about
Good to
personal
see you
things.
here,
brother.
Mike.
Julie, you back?
All right, Viviana, you are ready to go?
Hi, everyone.
We can't hear you, Viviana. Maybe, all right. Can you please say something? Please say something.
Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, well, it's good to be here. My story is a little different. I'm a caretaker for both of my parents. They're both elderly. They're going to be 88 years old in July. So my dream and my goal with On Passive is to create a better place for our elderly to be taken care of, especially those that are taken care of by the state. there are two things that I often think about. Is I'd like to get together with the agencies that go to the people's homes and those families that are not able to afford to be taken care of, the elderly, those families that are not able to afford to take care of the elderly. I would like it, my wish is to be able to help them financially in that sense. The other thing that I've often thought about is either buying nursing homes and at no cost for the people that need the service. Possibly buy some land and build a nursing home. I mean, that's been that's so close to my heart right now, because there are so many there's so many services that are available, but they're also have a cost to them. And so to be able to help to get the best service for those families that are low income or state-run facilities, I would like to be able to make that situation better. So yeah, that's my wish. That's my wish, and I know that On Passive will provide that for me.
Thank you so much, Viviana. I know this is something that is so true and so deep in your heart, because you're currently taking care of your parents right now. And I do understand that there are so many of our friends and founders here who currently listening to this have also taken care of their seniors' parents also. So if you're currently being in the situation, or this is something that you would like to do, please also reach out to Viviana. And I know Viviana has another friend of her who actually with her either in person or in the Zoom. Viviana, if you could please introduce Patty.
I want to introduce Patty. Hold on a second, we got an echo going on. Okay. Patty Ann, she's also, we've discussed this topic. So she's worked with seniors, and she's also worked with disabled. And so she has another perspective that can bring light to this situation too. Patty, you're on deck, Patty.
Yeah, well, I see a lot of people. When I was doing my business, I had a mobile hair business, and I went to seniors' homes and people who were disabled and couldn't get out to a normal salon and get personal care. And a lot of these things, I had to charge. It was my business, but I tried to be reasonable about things. And a lot of times I gave, but here in my new little city up here in Crescent City, which I love, we have a lot of homeless, and we have a lot of homeless that have disabilities and people that are out there in wheelchairs and what have you that need help. Some of these are our veterans that have risked their lives and lost their limbs for our freedom. And it really bothers me. And I was doing a little bit of background search in my area. And one of the things we were doing, because Crescent City, the way we are, we're surrounded by the woods and stuff. And so we're really kind of the only city right in this little area. And we do have quite a bit of a homeless population. And one of the ladies was a director of health and human resources here. She actually got them to buy a motel to help house some of our homeless, but it's only 30 units. That's not a lot compared to the homeless count in her area. And I agree, getting together and doing more for everybody. And I'm hearing kind of the same thread, listening to all of you. You know, yes, we want to help. And there's some people we can't help. They don't want to help. You know, like Mike said, they want to live there. They want to be on drugs. They don't want to get back with their family. Okay, I get that. And I don't want to put those people into a housing unit with people that do want help or do need help. And I think there was another lady too, she was talking about how she has kind of a, what is it, what I want to say, application kind of thing to get into this kind of a situation. And I hope that if we can get this going and like, you know, I'm going to help out with the housing unit here. We're going to be remodifying it and stuff so that they're not just living out of a microwave and a small refrigerator. They're actually going to have like a little apartment type of thing where they can cook and what have you. But I also, I'm going to switch a little bit here. I also want to be able to help the mentally disabled people. And those people need a little more help. They need a lot more counseling and they need a lot more medical issues taken care of. And I think if we can get some people that really want help and need it, that are disabled and can't really live well on the street, we can get them into where they can be safe. Women who are being abused at their home with their children, get them into a safe unit, you know, then we can help them and they can help grow what we're trying to do. Because I think when you help somebody, what is the old saying? Teach somebody to fish and you'll feed them for life. If we can teach these people, help them out of that situation. And I've been there. I've been where Mike was, sleeping in the car. And it, you know, I've been there. I know it. My daughter, because she suffers from bipolarism, she has a lot of these issues. Right now they're living in an RV, you know. There's different things that happen around different people and different organizations that help, but like Viviana says, they cost, or they just don't reach out far enough. So getting together with everybody like we're doing is really just an awesome thing to do and to get things going. I'm going to start in my own little backyard because Mom always said, take care of your own backyard and everything else will fall into place. And so that's why I'm starting working with this Heather Snow, who is the director of our human resources here, and to help the homeless in our area. And I know that just doing that little bit will help. I personally, as soon as, because I had a bad fall a couple of years ago, I'm getting back to normal now. When I have a little more mobility again, I'd like to go and volunteer to give them haircuts and a little bit of perspective on maybe how to dress to go look for a job, or people who can't look for a job, at least give them a haircut and make them feel better. You know, I mean, we've all walked around when you had a bad cold and you get out of bed and you're all sweating and your hair's all icky and you feel awful. You go take a shower and you brush your hair and you blow it dry and you feel good, right? That's the same when somebody gets a haircut or has something done to make them feel better. And I think giving somebody a clean place to live, especially concentrating on this disabled, the elderly, and the mentally disabled, those people really need our help right there. People that are healthy and just want to use drugs and don't care. Well, when you're ready to care, when you've hit bottom, I'll help you. But until then, I'm not going to waste my time. And if that's cold-hearted, well, I'm sorry. But I've been there. I've tried to help somebody. I've even, you know, and they won't do what they need to do to help themselves. They just want to bring you down. I want to help the people that want to get up. And I can see that that's all kind of waving in through here really well. And I got some really great ideas. I took my notes too. So to help everybody. And I look forward to batting around more information with everybody. And hopefully I can get more with this Miss Snow, because I know that she just allocated, what was it? She just got $14 billion to help the mental disabled and also for housing. So that's a pretty good start. Now, most of that's going to be down in Southern California because but some of that's going to come back up here to our country, our little part of the world too. So hopefully that can help everybody else too. So if I get into these things too, I know we're going to bring in money, but there's other ways to get money too. So thank you all for letting me share.
Thank you so much, Patty Ann. Thank you, Viviana and Mike Hoare, for coming on and share this with us. You know, I believe everything that we are sharing right now, our ideas, our action plans that we wanted to take, but we could continue to work on our plan to carry out and to be able to do that. So we are going to do this all together. In California here, we're planning to do this every month. And if every month is too little, we're going to do it every week, as we all understand that. Here in Southern California, we meet every week. All three angels are meeting every week to do that. So if you like to be part of it, if you like to continue to do it, or if you are in other areas around the world and you want to participate in doing what we are doing here in California, please take that action, go do it. And I think ideas and dreams will make it into fruition if we take the action. So, you know, since the very beginning to now, we're talking about mental illness, we're talking about homelessness, but we cannot forget the animals. The animals are taking a very, very big part in a lot of our lives. So here in the room, we have Terry Thompson and her husband, Michael Thompson. They are going to share their dreams. And then we can move further down to different areas. So Terry and Michael, I'm going to scoot back. If you could please move forward and share.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Great to have you here. I loved listening to each and every one of your stories. It really is just heartfelt. So thank you for that. Again, like Julie said, I'm Terry Thompson. I'm a proud founder of On Passive since 2018, and I have my very supportive husband here, Michael Thompson.
Hi, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here. My beautiful wife and I are going to share something that's dear to our hearts.
That's right, very dear to our hearts. And in fact, you know what, Michael, I love the way he tells this part of the story. So we're going to let's give him a clue as to what happened previously that made us have this dream.
Well, besides always both taking care of our families, and family is so very, very important to us, and we always put the family first. One of the memories I had when I was a young boy was I had this dog that just brought a lot of joy to my life, just taught me responsibility. Again, just put a smile on my face every time I come home, whether from school or was playing sports, whatever it was. And the dog unfortunately died way early before its time. My parents always worked their tails off to support the family, couldn't afford to replace the dog, or not that I even felt like it. Just absolutely broke my heart, just changed a little bit of me that made me smile in my life. And I just hardened my heart and just said, that was it. I was never going to attach myself to any kind of an animal or a dog that broke my heart like that again, just because of circumstances. So fast forward years ahead, my lovely wife and I were newly married, and we're doing some Christmas shopping in a local mall. And this local mall years ago still allowed pet stores that sold pets still at the time. So I says, it's tradition. I always like to go by the pet store and take a look at, these dogs. How much is that dog in the window, for example? But I would just like to look at the dogs. I says, let's go look at the dogs over there. We're just going to look. It's just going to put a smile on your face. We're gonna get involved. Not going to get involved. Anyway, so we go and we're looking at the dogs and everything. And we're looking at all of them. My wife stops by this one particular little tiny rat terrier. And she's like, oh, look at this one over here. And I says, yeah, it's cute. And she says, oh, it's just cute little rat terrier. I says, I know, there's other dogs. Let's go look. She goes, it's little Skippy. I went, what? No, we're not naming it. No, it's not Skippy. No, it's a rat terrier. There's other dogs here. Let's go look. oh, my little Skippy and everything. So anyway, long story short, we leave. 2 weeks later, we're there again to try and finish up on some Christmas shopping and everything again. We sit down, we eat in a restaurant, and she says, oh, let's go take a look at Skippy. I know what she's talking about, but who? What? There's no Skippy here. Okay, it's just you and me, all right? Anyway, long story, 20 minutes later, we're walking out of the pet store with little Skippy.
Yes, we did. I'm so, I cannot tell you, and don't let him fool you, because that Skippy, we are obsessed with our dog Skippy, and it's not all about Skippy. It's just the cute story that changed Michael's heart again. I've always been a dog lover and just animal lover in general, but we have a passion for dogs. We know the joy that our dog brought to our life, and literally has changed it. And that our dream, literally our dream for the last couple of years, is for anybody that wants the same thing in their life, the joy and the love that we have felt, the happiness that Skippy has brought us. We want other people to have the same thing. And so our dream is to rescue dogs, because we know that daily dogs, cats, animals are being euthanized, sadly, and it literally breaks our heart. And some dogs or animals are being mistreated, abused, and it just crushes us to know they're just full of unconditional love. And if you're just out and walking around and you see people with their pets, the smile and the joy that it brings them, we notice it all the time. We could be walking our dog, and then you won't believe how many people just come over just to pet your dog. It's just such a social thing as well. And so we want to reach out to, the dogs that are going to be euthanized, or that we want to reach out to the facilities, and we want to try to rescue them, and just reach out to vets in the area that would help, so that we can get the pets healthy and strong and get all the medical needs taken care of, and possibly have trainers train them in case they need that. Some dogs that are abused need to be brought back to their healthy, happy selves, and to make sure they're fed and loved and taken care of, so we can find homes for them. And not just a home that the dog would be happy, but the family would be happy. We want it to be that perfect fit. And we personally know, and I know studies have been done, that, it helps everybody with depression or loneliness or whatever. It teaches responsibility and compassion. There's so much with owning a pet, and that's just something we don't know at what level we're going to do that, but we are going to. I've already connected with somebody here in Orange County that she does all that by herself. And I've already connected with her to let her know I'd be very interested in speaking with her soon, because, she's been doing it and she needs help. So that's going to be a great resource for us to learn the process as well. Like I said, I'm not sure what level we're going to do it at, but.
Well, we figured we want to do it right. We'll start off, we're older, we definitely want to enjoy life a little bit, but we also want to create something where we can get people involved, give them a sense of responsibility, also maybe start a business to where younger people can come on board and not have job security, but really love what they're doing, and knowing that they're not only helping the animals, but bringing joy, especially bringing joy to either the elderly or people who couldn't afford it. We want to be able to give these animals away, but give them away with responsibility as well. Just, make the joy as full as possible. Put smiles on people's faces.
Yeah, and so we're not sure. Maybe we'll take in 3 or 4 ourselves and try it out. And in the meantime, also donate to charities and nonprofits that are already doing the same. This is new to us, but what I love about Passive is, even though we are calling this dreams, we no longer have to just dream. We get to actually start planning, and there's a big difference, and that excitement is incredible. I also, just briefly before we close this up, even the homeless, if you notice, a lot of them have dogs, and I can't imagine the love that and the security that makes that person feel. And we want to make sure that their dogs are fed and taken care of. And I also would like dogs to be able to go in, like my husband said, into senior citizen centers and hospitals, because it makes people healthier because they're happy. And so those are just some of our plans. We're really excited. Again, because of Passive, we no longer have to just dream. We get to start planning. So we're very grateful. Thank you for listening to us. We love you all, and thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Terry and Michael. I love what you are doing. Thank you so much for helping get together with us. All right, up next, I'd like to, Sherry, if you would please sit on this chair.
Yes.
I'd like to introduce to you our lovely Sherry Durstaway, one of the angel here in California.
Yes, I'm the other angel in California. Yay! Anyways, my dreams, like I am so excited for this because like Terry said, we've always stuck them down there thinking we can't get this, we can't do that because of the funds, or maybe we have a little bit of funds and something goes wrong and you have to end up using those funds. So I'm really excited about this because I have several things I want to dip into. I'm not going to go into all of them in detail, but I will share a few of them here. And one main thing is once I know those apples are coming in, because I know they're coming. Thank you, Asheville Fire and your family, and also on Passive. My daughter does a nonprofit, which is called the Martha Project. And what she does is she helps the houselessness, we call it houselessness here in California. And she cooks vegan food. I usually help her with that. And then they go out and pass it out. But she makes sure that she touches every person and talks to them generally and really close and lets them know they're important. I love that. So I don't know, maybe the apple didn't fall far from the tree. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so the other thing I have my mind set on to do is I really have a passion for battered people, whether it be a man, because men could be battered, women or children. My heart is set on that too, and to make sure, because I know I had a hard time escaping what I went through to help. And I know everything boils down to the mental, right? Whether you be homeless or going through what I went through. So I want to be able to help those women. And inside those women is also children. And those children need like a little break. So I want to be able to go eventually have like places for them to hang, secure places, because sometimes, like I said, I was really caught in the middle, to have so that those kids have so I can go to them and then we can do like crafts or something, kind of like something to get their mind off of what they're doing. And also when you're doing artwork, because I'm an artist, and when you're doing artwork, you tend to say your feelings, just like a musician says his feelings and poetry and stuff like that. So they can let out some of their feelings there. So I really have a passion for that. And I'm really not sure how I'm going to get there, but I know I'll get there because I have a passion for art and trying to, collaborate with the kids. And my mind goes in so many different directions with that too as well. Like I said, maybe they need one of my other, a founder that I know, he was suggesting for the houselessness people that, how there's all these like malls that are nobody's using anymore because everybody shops online. He's suggesting doing that. So maybe I can have a place for that for them, but it'd have to be a hidden place or just little things like that, buy land and put little houses on it just for that kind of situation. And then the other thing that's really dear to my heart is the brain. The brain is something I've always intrigued me. And I don't know how I'm going to do any of this stuff. I just know if I can't do it, I'll find somebody. And if I can't find somebody, I can give them money and we can all collaborate together to find somebody. Because the brain, I want to work on people who have had brain injuries. that is really dear to my heart due to my daughter being in a radical car accident with her fiance at the time, who was in a vegetative state for over 17 years and just recently passed 2 years ago. So that's dear to my heart. And I want to be like Julie. I want to be just a little angel all over the place. Wherever I go, I'd like to travel. And if somebody's in line, and I would just pay for their things. And then I'll just tell them, well, don't worry, just I've got this. Just pay it forward when you feel you have the chance and time to keep the smiles going, and people feel good about that. Because I know I feel good when I give, even if it's only $5 for apple or an orange or some water or something like that. I think I'm talking fast. It's because I'm so excited to share. So please forgive me. There's so many other avenues I want to go down, but I will just leave it here. And it's crazy because some of them have to do with medical things, and I know nothing about medical other than to drink 8 glasses of water a day or whatever. So I'm going to leave it there, and I will let you back to who's ever supposed to go next.
Thank you so much, Sherry.
I love you guys.
You're so sweet. You have a biggest heart to help other people. She has a long list. She has a long list that she wanted to do. So when you see Sherry's running around with, trying to pay for gas or try to pay for grocery, she's there. So up next, I'd like to introduce the twin brothers, the Presley brothers, Ron and Randy. They're going to share a little bit with you regarding their passion, and then Terry also is here with them. So come on in.
Hello, everybody. My name is Randy Presley, and I became a founder in 2018 in OnPassive.
Hello, my name is Ronnie Presley, and I'm also a founder, and this is my sister, Terry. As you can see, this is my brother, and we are identical twins here.
Yeah, we both do look alike. Both me and Ron were born premature and weighed 3 pounds, and we were also in an incubator for 1 month.
We don't know if this had an effect on us, but when we were in the 3rd and 4th grade, we had a learning disability, difficulty reading, writing, spelling, math, and all the way through our school, and carried it through our whole life up till now. And so when we were struggling with all this, we would like to get this so people can have better jobs and fill out better applications and so on.
Our dream, both me and Ron's passion, is to put a program together for kids at an early age, so they can each year have somebody tutoring them, helping them, so they can make it through each year all the way up till they graduate.
I also remember that.
Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I forgot.
That's okay.
In the 4th grade, both me and Ron were wondering why we had to be transferred to a different school to be put into a special class, and so it could help us.
She didn't understand.
So we couldn't understand why they did this. Both me and Ron were wondering why can't we be with normal kids that we grew up around?
I can remember that.
Yes. So this is both me and Ron's passion, to put a program together in place at an early age for kids with learning disability, so it can help them through each year all the way up until they graduate, so they can succeed in life, so they don't have to go through the struggles and difficult times that we did. And I'm so grateful for OnPassive giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
And I'm also grateful for OnPassive, and thank you.
Great job, guys.
Well, I just want to say,
This is your mom, right here, mom, right in this computer.
Right here, Mom. You have to speak.
You have to speak a little louder.
thank goodness for Carrie for getting us in to passive. And I know the struggles these two have had. And I love them all very much. So thank you.
And they did a great job. I'm super proud of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron, Randy, you did an awesome job. And there are tears in everyone's eyes now. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate your time being here with us. We do hope that you enjoyed the program so far. We do have a guest here today. Let me introduce you this guest really quick. Everyone who knows me knows that I do have a brother who is a Catholic priest. So I called my brother one time and I said, brother, I just want to do something to honor what you are doing. And I know we all grew up in this organization. When I said this organization, I mean the church that we were growing up with. And then we see so many things that this particular missions that are doing. So I called him and I said, do you have anyone in your Salesian missions that you could introduce me to? And then he sent me this gentleman phone number. I've never met him, has very little conversation with him. And I came to find out that this particular mission, it's all over the world. I believe they have 300 something missions around. So I'm going to send the mic over to Juan Carlos. He is the executive director of Salesian missions. I hope I said that right, because the church that I grew up was named Don Bosco. And so if Juan, if you could please unmute your mic and tell us a little bit about yourself, your job, the missions. He put in the chat Salesian Family Youth Center, this is what he is currently doing. But I do understand that Salesian missions is covered from little to older. So Juan, good to have you with us. Please unmute your mic.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I am so sorry for the voice. I'm actually with COVID right now, so I'm in quarantine. But I wanted to be here with you guys to share just a little bit of who we are. The Salesian mission started in 1815 when St. John Bosco actually grew up, and at the age of 2, he actually becomes basically fatherless. His father died, and he started growing just with mom. Every time that he was growing up, he had a lot of issues. The people didn't want to help. Brother, who was a stepbrother, was a little bit too harsh on him. But he actually gets to become a priest one day. And one of his missions basically is to help young people who do not have parents. That is how it started. Now, 200 years later, we are in 138 countries, and we have thousands and thousands of social works. We work with young people who are in the street, with unprivileged young people. I mean, we do a lot of things. In Colombia itself, or in any of these South American countries, they actually work with the children who are soldier children. I mean, we do a lot of those type of things all over the world. Now, here in the United States, we have what is called the Salesian Family Youth Center. The Salesian Family Youth Center is a place where we actually help children from immigrant families. The immigrant families, they normally come to the United States, and to be able to survive, we know that a rent over here in Los Angeles is $1,500 minimum and for 2 rooms. To survive, what they do is they have 2-3 jobs. And the kids, many times, are not well taken care of. Actually, in the pandemic, when everybody was in their homes, we actually went outside and we were searching for the kids, and we were serving the kids of the community. Nowadays, we serve around 3,000 young people every year. And we help kids to basically avoid to be in homeless situations, avoid them to go, to grow in a normal way, in a way that that they can become someone who can make a difference. And I think that has changed many lives. I have some of the young people that you can see that, for example, I have this story of this young lady who I met her the first time when she was 12 years old. She used to come to the church where we used to play football. And after 12 years, and we have been working and, you know, developing the abilities, we helped her to go to the university. She went to actually to the missions as well as a volunteers. And then 15 years later, actually, she's now one of our own people who help us to work with kids like that in the same situation. So really quick, we are in Los Angeles. If you guys are around here and you want to come and visit us or see us, most of happy that you will come and see us. We have many dreams, but I think the first thing is if you can come and see who we are, what we do, and get to know the young people. I was really compelled to the story of the two brothers. I actually also have a dyslexia, so I didn't know that I have dyslexia until I was 40 years old when I went to study my doctorate degree, and then I learned that I have dyslexia. So what we do is we want to help the kids to really being able to have a life that they can say, my goodness, I am not by myself. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to you guys. Thank you for all the beautiful job that you're doing. I'm really inspired about the stories that you guys are sharing. And I really hope all of us get to do what our dreams are, because I believe we can change the world in the way how we're doing it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Juan. Thank you so much for your time being here with us. And I know you're dealing with, health situations. We do hope that you recover soon. And I will reach out to you again and contact you. So I know there's a couple of people who wants to get in touch with Juan. I will reach out to Juan and I will share his information with you shortly. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and please rest well, Juan. All right, we are now at the end of our program. However, we do have Joshua here, would like to share, and then if anyone's in the Zoom right now would like to say a few words, please keep it as about maybe 1 to 2 minutes. We are planning to end at the top of the hours, but if you are staying, we are still going to stay here with you. So up next, I'd like to introduce Joshua. Joshua is in the room with us. Joshua, if you could please go ahead and speak.
Hello, how are you? This is Joshua. I'm just very happy to be here, to be a guest of Julie and everyone here. I just want to say before I start that Terry and her husband's story about her pet, it brought me great memories. So I remember I used to go to the mall and going to that pet shop and look at all the puppies, and it was just a great experience. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been here. There's a whole great organizations out there, just like Juan. There's one that I would encourage you to also put it on your list. It's called Covenant House. It's what they do is that they take the teenage homeless out of the streets and give them shelter and food. But above all, what I like about that organization is that they actually train them to get a job, which is one of the best features that I think that it has. It's called covenanthome.org. So it would be very pleasant and a blessing if you consider it and put it on your list. Also, would like to just say thank you to OnPassive and all the leadership founders, and to Ash, and there's so many things I could say, like the database. There's just
the data center.
The data centers. Wow! And now everybody's going to have their own website and all that. It's just crazy.
Yes, it is. So thank you so much, Josh. Yes.
Thank you, and be blessed. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Joshua, for being here. Joshua is from LA, from Los Angeles. He's traveling here to be. And thank you everyone for getting together. We really appreciate your time being here with us. As you know, I invited Juan Carlos here from one of the organizations. I believe in collaborations with other missions around the world. So this is the very first one that I'm introducing Juan to this platform, to this program. There's going to be a lot more. And if you are looking for someone to collaborate, all you got to do is take make a phone call. Make a phone call to your local organizations, ask them questions, what do they do, learning about their missions, and then come out and collaborate with them, because I believe if we are doing this together in a community, we are going to make the biggest and the most impact in everyone's life. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We are now at the top of the hour. I wanted to send it back to Chris to see if anyone in the Zoom would like to say a few words. Before I do that, I would like to say thank you, all of the angels here. All of the angels, everyone in this room, we wanted to appreciate you very much for being here. Also, everyone in Leon's team, thank you, Leon, for organizing that on your end. Vivian, Mike Hoare, everyone's getting together. Thank you, Facebook friends that are viewing this right now. Also YouTube friends, and especially our dearest friends around the world, the Unpassivers, Unpassivians. So good to have you here. We appreciate you so much. It's a tremendous support and energy that you are giving to all of us when we put this event together. And if you're currently looking forward to put an event together in multiple locations, please do it. I'm telling you, the blessed and the most rewarding things to do is to see founders in your local area, give them a hug, working with them. Terry, Sherry, and I right now became the bestest friends that we're not gonna be able to find that anywhere, because we are living same dreams and same visions. So we appreciate you so much for being here with us. All right, I'm sending it back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Julie Wen. Thank you for everybody. Listen, I got a few words. Everyone, we hear of angels. What do they look like? Is it a big beam of light with a halo and wings? You guys are understanding now the angels are right in front of you. Sometimes we just don't see them. All right. Angels don't need to have wings. They don't need to have halos. They actually got 2 solid legs, 2 arms. Some have no legs, some have no arms. I don't think it matters in this world anymore. But there's still a lot of good in this world, as you can see and hear. And that's what I love about Unpassive, because I think Unpassive has brought a lot of good to the world. And I really believe it's going to change humanity through all of us. And these ideas, whether it's animals, trees, our senior citizens, our moms and dads, our brothers and sisters who fought for our freedoms. I mean, it's going to be truly amazing to me, but angels are still everywhere. And maybe you don't believe in, the floating kind of angels, but they're walking all around you. You just don't know it. But I guarantee you Unpassive is going to bring them all out. So Julie, back to you. Thank you for a great webinar. Leon, Sherry, the angels, Terry, Michael, everyone. Juan, I'm praying for your brother, that you get through that. You will. I know God's on your side. So Julie, back to you.
Thank you so much, Chris. Chris Johnson, did you know that you are my angel today, because you're truly there on where you are right now and working with me since an hour, 2 hours before the program, just make sure that all the sounds are going through. So you are truly my angel, and I can't wait to giving you another hug when I see you again. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. We truly appreciate your time. We are going to go ahead and end this program today. I know it is Sunday evening, and for a lot of us who start a new day, we do hope that you are blessed you feel blessed, and we do hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And please stay safe. If you're starting your Monday today, please have a blessed week.
One
Sherry?
more word. This woman is phenomenal. She's always planning these things. So she's the one who gets to be.
Stop making me crying. Thank you so much. No,
Don't let
seriously.
nobody to ever forget this angel. She's the most special.
You're making me cry, Sherry.
It's okay.
No, without you and Terry and your entire family, Terry Thompson, and without these angels, I don't think I can do this. So to them, not to me, I'm already feel very blessed just to be here and do this together. So to you, to all of you, thank you so much. You stop making me cry. Good hugs. Thank you so much. Don't make me cry because I can be your crying ball baby. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. You have a great day.
Love you guys all to pieces.
Bye.
Remember, you are all important.
Everybody, bye.
Bye, Alma. Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Good night from Philadelphia.
Good night, Cynthia.
Good night, Julie. Good night, Viviana. Pauline, Mike Hort.
Good night,
Good night, Chris. Good night, Lamai, my friend.
Illinois.
Good night, everybody.
5, 4,
Good night, Bill Bus. I see you.
3,